Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to do a video on a rocket launcher for the Hobie Outback. If you follow my channel, you'll see that I've done one for my Pro Angler. This one's going to be for the Outback. I've already built one before for my son's Outback. A fairly simple process without all those technical tools. All you're going to need is a blowtorch, a saw, and that's pretty much it. So let's get into Lowe's. Let's go buy the stuff that we need, and we'll come right back out and get that thing built. All right, guys, $38 total cost to build the rocket launcher for a Hobie Outback. So Lowe's, I got a discount for 10% because I'm active military, but you just, what, 10% to that? I think it was, I'm not good at math. Figure it out. But yeah, close to 40 bucks, a little over 40 if you don't have that discount. So let's get going. We've got a 5-foot piece of 1.5-inch Schedule 40 PVC. This is going to be used as couplers, and I'll describe that here in a second. You've got 4 cross fittings, 4 45-degree fittings, 2 elbows, and then 8 couplers. So the couplers, just to give you an idea, are going to go on top of the cross fitting and then on the bottom, and that's what's going to hold your rod. We'll flare these out with a torch later on, and you'll see how I do that. The Schedule 40, the 1.5-inch, when I said we were going to use these as couplers, what we're going to do is measure 2-inch sections and cut 2-inch sections. We need a total of 20 of those, and they're going to act as a coupler. So you're going to put one right in here on every fitting, and then the coupler will come in and fit on the other side of that, just like that, but it's going to be exactly on top, and then we'll glue everything together. After we were done cutting all our 2-inch pieces for the couplers for these fittings, I took the remnant piece that I had and cut it into 2 6-inch pieces, roughly 6 inches. So there we go, about 6.5. The other one is, again, close to 6.5. It doesn't matter, it doesn't got to be exact. All right, so what you're going to do is you'll take and measure your flush mount rod holder. That's 6 inches. So once this goes in there, you're going to have about close to a 1/2 inch of PVC that sticks out, and you want to go ahead, take and place the little elbow, that 40, not an elbow, but it's the 45-degree. There's a line in there, and you want your PVC to go butt up against that line. So I'm going to tap it with a hammer on both pieces, and that will mean that I am ready to start heating up the other end. You want to keep this this 45-degree on the PVC so that you have something to hold on to while you're heating the other side. Make it soft, and then you can push it down in. Now, because I've done this before, I know that I'm only going to get about 4 inches of depth going in there, so you don't have to worry about anything. It's going to be very, very snug. Okay, so do it in this order, exactly like this, so you don't burn your hands, and just make sure that that PVC is all the way seated against that guideline inside there. Take the tape measure, set it on here. There we go. Sharpie. So 5 inches is darn near right there. This is the 4-inch mark. Do that to the other side now. That 4-inch mark. And we're ready to start with the torch. Let's heat them up and get them in there. Don't worry about if you get burn marks, it's okay. This is all going to be inside there, and you're not going to be able to see this. All right, it's just about ready. I'm going to make sure that I get this end over here really good. Again, I'm trying to work it all the way above this guideline right there that you see that I just made, or that mark. Well, yeah, I can still see it. Okay, this one should be good to go. We'll just work it inside there because it's very pliable. Make sure we get it all the way down in there. Just keep rotating it till it goes in. There we go. Nope, not yet, not yet. Use this to get her in there. Okay, so now it's in. And we're just going to work it down. I've worked it down beyond that 4-inch mark as it was cooling. You're able to push down a little bit more. So now that I've gone beyond that 4-inch mark, I'm going to do the other side and try my best to make sure that both of these anchors are the same height coming out. If it's not the same height, don't worry. You can either reheat the PVC, go a little bit deeper with the one that's sticking out the most, or you can just cut a piece of the end off and then allow it to go down a little bit further. But this is good. This is solid right there. That is solid. Look at that. Able to pull it up, and that's what you want. With a little bit of force, you can start turning it and then pull it out, but I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to let it cool completely down, and it'll have that nice snug fit that we're looking for. Let's do the other end, and we will be done. All the pieces have been cut, and the way I've got everything laid out is essentially the way it's going to look. You've got 20. I cut 20 of these, but I only need 17. I forgot that I wasn't making one for the Pro Angler. It's the Outback. So I've got a couple of extras of these little couplers. This was the 1.5-inch PVC pipe, just all cut down to size. So you just take that, that's your coupler. You're going to place them at every end. And these are actual 1.5-inch couplers, just like that. And you're going to tap them all down whenever it comes time to assemble the final rod holder, just like that. This is what it's going to look like whenever it's all done. I've still got to flare these out, heat them up with a torch, and stick a bottle in there, and it's going to flare them. And once I've flared them all, I'm going to cut out a groove on all 4 of them as well for spinning reels so that they don't spin around. And that's it. Sand it down, paint it black, put some cement, plastic cement or PVC cement on them, and the rocket launcher will be done. That's all there is to it, fellas, and it looks really freaking nice. I am very pleased with the way the Outback looks now. Can't wait to get it out there and try it. I'll be able to do that this weekend. Custom job, super, super nice looking. The hardest portion of this build was actually just sanding the entire rod holder and then painting it. Aside of that, it is really easy to put together. I've had plenty of people ask me, how much would you charge me to build one? Guys, just go spend the $40 at Lowe's or Home Depot, get all the fittings that you need, and then do it yourself. It's really easy. All these fittings have been glued right here on the rod holder itself. They're all glued. These fittings right here are not glued because you need to be able to manipulate them in order for it to fit inside both flush mount rod holders, and when you articulate it, you get it set up just right the way I have mine right there, and that is it. You're able to bend it downwards in case you're coming through going through a bridge or overhanging trees, and then you can just bend it back, okay? If it's stiff the way this one is because it's brand new, all you're gonna do is spray some silicone in these joints and then over there, and that'll loosen it right up. Let's show you this right here. Get the cart, place the cart in here. Cart fits in there just nice and perfect. It's not bothering anything. You right butt up against the rod holder, throw the seat back, very compact, reach right behind you. You're able to pick up a rod, net, whatever you want in any combination. If you can fit it inside these holders, then sky's the limit on what you want to do. Very, very pleased with this build. And again, it just looks freaking awesome. All right, fellas, that's all there is to it. If you like this video, please give me that thumbs up. If you want to make any comments, leave them down below. And until next time, tight lines.